So hello friend, welcome to my channels. So today I am going to talk about second lecture of this quantum mechanics. So earlier we were talking about the introduction part, but real things of quantum mechanics in this second lectures will continue after solving the two problems. Then I will start quantum mechanics. Okay, so if you remind earlier my video, so I was talked about the means de Broglie waves, de Broglie equations, Heisenberg uncertainty principles. So I given only the theory. Okay, so in this second lecture I will cover the by taking two examples related that theories. So if you see the question one is the based on de Broglie equations. Okay, so this is simple questions. So if you see question, calculate the de Broglie wavelength of electron moving with velocity of 1.2 to 10 to the power 5 meter second inverse. So it's very simple. So how to calculate this de Broglie wave equation? So de Broglie wave length of any moving electrons and velocity is given 1.2 to 10 to the power 5 meter second inverse. So how to approach this types of question? So basically if you read, so immediately you should click in your mind. So here mentioned de Broglie wave. So directly you go by clicking what is de Broglie wave equations. So according to de Broglie wave equations, lambda is equal to h upon p, where h is the Planck constant, as I told you in the during discussion of this de Broglie equations. Okay, and this p is the momentum of particles. We can write also the p is equal to m into v. Okay, m is the mass of electrons and m is the mass of electrons and v is the velocity of electrons. Okay, so these we can write p in this form also, m into v. So this is the constant. Lambda is h is the Planck constant. So this constant value is given in your papers, means as a you can do it directly. Okay, either you should remember before going the exam, and either you are solving the problem, then if you are using this constant value in 3-4 times, then you will remember. Okay, so here is the Planck constant. So you put Planck constant value 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Here I am not writing because here kg also given, meter second is also given. Okay, so so joule second convert to kg meter minus second inverse second minus 2. Okay, so so that you can easily cancel the similar units. Okay, so I put it here this constant value and this mass of electrons 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg, and here velocity given u is 1.2 into 10 to the power 5 meter second inverse. So you put here, and here kg is also given, because here I converted joule into kg and meter second. Okay, so kg meter square, I put it here in place of joule, kg meter square second minus 2 into second, because the unit of Planck constant joule into second. Okay, so second is already present here, only put it kg meter square second minus 2. Okay, and in denominator kg and meter second is, so this unit will cancel of numerator unit. Okay, so simply you will get the wavelengths of this de Broglie. Okay, so this is in terms of meter. Okay, 6.068 into 10 to the power of minus 9. Either you can write in 6.068 nanometers. Okay, both are correct. Okay, hopefully you understood this solution. And second problem is basically based on the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, so question says the microscopic means here here is suitable. Okay, yeah, a microscopic using suitable photons. Okay, suitable photon is employed to locate an electron in a atoms. 1 second, I will check. So right, okay, here this is the suitable. 1 second. So this is suitable. Okay, right. So question is, should a microscope using suitable photons in a employed to locate an electron in a atoms within a distance of 0.1 angstrom, what is the uncertainty involved in the measurement of its velocity? Okay, so here asking what is the uncertainty involved in the measurement of its velocity. So here basically we'll find the velocity. What is uncertainty? So uncertainty basically uncertainty of the velocity is basically denoted delta u, okay, or delta x or delta p. Okay, because we cannot determine the simultaneous position and momentum of any moving particle. So here the positionally uncertainty basically we measure the in delta in terms of delta. So basically we will find the velocity of this electrons. Okay, so according to Heisenberg uncertainty principle, as we know, the delta x into delta p is greater than or equal to h upon, where h is Planck constant, upon 4 pi. So delta x the positions of any particles. Okay, delta p is the momentum. So here we can also write delta x into p, we can write m into v. So mass of electron into delta u. Here we will find the value of delta u, this value. Here we find the value of delta u. So simply here delta x value is given, distance 0.1 angstrom. So this angstrom convert to into meter, 0.1 into 10 to power minus 10 meter into mass of electrons. So 9 point, as we know the as earlier in this question I also used mass of electron 9.1 into 10 power minus 13 kg. So put it this value also, and this is we have to find delta U, and in right side H Planck constant, as we know the Planck constant value 6.626 into 10 to power minus 34 joules into second upon mini denominator 4 pi. So simply these values put, then you will get delta U value, because this is also constant 4 and pi is you put if 3.14 in 3.14, okay, and multiplied by 4. After simply solving, then you will get this value. Here you also put the this, what I can say, joule you put in this value, this unit in joule kg meter square second minus 2, then you will get meter second inverse, because here joule you cannot cancel with this left side unit, so you could you change also this joule into this kg meter second, okay. So you will get the this uncertainty velocity of these measurements, okay, right. Hopefully you understood. Now important things I will start. So important things is, how can I say this is important, because this is means here now they start the real things of this quantum mechanics, okay. Earlier it was the means we were talking about the, I think, classical mechanics, means where we will talk about the particles, electrons means or matters, but here we talk about the wave. So as you know, any moving particle associate a wave nature, okay. If I am throwing any stone, then it creates a wave natures, okay, but we can't see our natural eye, that thing we will see any what I can say instrument through instrumentation, okay. Anyway, that is not our parts. Basically we will see the theory, what is the quantum mechanics. So here basically we talk about the wave mechanics, okay. So before it starts, I will tell you the who means developed this mechanics. So this mechanics first formulated by this German physicist M. Born and W. Heisenberg and P. Jordan. These three scientists in 1925. Basically these three scientists was talking about the matrix mechanics, okay, matrix mechanics, but we were not talking about, so so here I am not going to talking about the matrix mechanics, okay. Basically we are chemist, so obviously we'll talk about the this like quantum mechanics. So but I am not interested in the matrix mechanics, only I am interested the quantum mechanics. So but in 1926 one Austrian physics Schrödinger, he came and given Schrödinger formulation of quantum mechanics, which is more familiar to the chemist, Okay, so this scientist, means this assistant physics scientist is Schrodinger, has given this quantum mechanics, which is more familiar to chemists. Okay, so how this quantum mechanics defined? This quantum mechanics basically defined by the state systems, which is by the state function or wave function. Okay, if any moving particle, as I told you, if any moving particle creates a wave, okay, or that wave basically we denote by psi function, psi wave function. Okay, psi is a function of position and time. Okay, if we determine the information about any wave function, then we will use this psi. Okay, psi here is the wave function, x is the position, and t is the time. And this and the state of this system maybe will change with time. Okay, not here say the it will not change, but it change with time. State, basically this state function, as you know, the state function is depends on initial and final position. Okay, so let's we define a single particle system. Let's see a single particle system. Okay, and then further we will talk about the n particle systems. Okay, so single particle system, like any moving particles, which that particle will move in 3 direction, x, y, and z direction. 3 possibilities there it can move. Okay, so here we taken the position of that particle, x1, y1, x, y, z, and t. That moving particle will also change with respect to time. As I can mention, the state may change with time. Okay, so here I am this is coordinates of the moving particles. Okay, these are the coordinates of moving particle. Okay, now we will talk about the n particle system. So n particle system means there are so many particles involved of that systems. Then we could write the equations, summation. Actually, as you know, the if we'll write combine more systems, then we use summation. So summation start I is equal to 1 to n numbers of particles, or we can say n numbers of systems. So this system we can use to calculate the actual position of that moving particle, which is create the wave. Okay, so simply this is minus h cut square upon 2 mi, means and also particle is there. Okay, and this is double derivative of this function, del square psi upon del x I plus del square psi upon del yi plus del square psi upon del zi, plus v is potential of the particles, and this is also as a function of this x, y, z, I into t, and t psi is equal to I h cut single derivative of del x del psi by dt, where I told you the mi is the mass of the n particles and v is the potential of the particle. Okay, so this equation is the time dependent second order differential equation, because here the differential second derivative. So this is time dependent and also depends on time. Okay, here also depends on time. So this is the time dependent second order differential equation, and this equation called the Schrodinger equation. So this scientist given this equation which is associated or talked about the and particle systems. Okay, hopefully guys you understood, but in next video I will detail discuss what is this postulate of this quantum mechanics, and hopefully guys you enjoyed in this video. And if you are new in this channel, so please like and subscribe the channel, so that I will so that means I am saying my interest will going on, and I will upload the like this new video, so people will means enjoy. And okay, anyway, thank you, bye bye, good night.